and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel. And this is the new feature on the channel, which is Q&A Monday. And this is Q&A Monday week number 2, where people send in their music and guitar related questions to the YouTube channel, or to my email address, or on comments, or even text or phone if they got my number. So anyway, we'll crack on then. This is week 2, we got another 5 questions. And this is question number 1 of Kelvin Lucas. Do I own a Les Paul? Yes, I do own a Les Paul, Kelvin, and here it is. This is 2007 Gibson Les Paul Gold Top, and this limited edition 1 of 400, and it's one of the Gibson Guitar of the Weeks from the Guitar of the Week series they were doing. The pickups have been changed. It's got Spencer from Shed Pickups, Soap Bar P90s in it. It's a wonderful sounding Les Paul. But I'm just not a Gibson player. I've come to realise look at that. Beautiful looking thing, beautiful sounding thing, but I'm just not a Gibson player. I've also got a 1961 Gibson SG Junior, which is badged Les Paul, and there's a full video on the channel talking all about that guitar. So yes, Kelvin, that's my Les Paul. I do love the burst, mind. You know, I like the Les, there's 59, 60 standards. And I like the gold tops with the P90s. I mean, to look at, beautiful. I mean, what a sound. I mean, some of the, like Peter Green, you got Mike Bloomfield, amazing sounds out to there. You know, they are Les Pauls. But for me, I'm a Fender man, I'm afraid. But that's a Les Paul. And the other question that he asked me, Kelvin, in the same WhatsApp message was top 10 guitar players. Well, that is a near impossible task, I think, just to pick 10, because it changes week by week, day by day, depending on what I'm learning, what I'm listening to, etc. So what I thought I'll name 10 guitarists in no particular order, and that'll be my 10 for today. But we could ask this question every week, and I'm sure it'd change every week. You know, sorry to be a little bit vague about it, but you know, it's a hard one. So let's pick 10. I think I'll go for Bill Kirchin, Red Volkart, Danny Gatton, Mick Green, Zutone Rollo from Captain Beefheart's band, Elmo James, Hubert Sumlin, Ry Cooder, Richard Thompson, and I need one more for this 10 list, Albert Lee. There you are, that's my top 10 at the moment. Red Volkart, Bill Kirchin, Danny Gatton, Mick Green, Zutone Rollo, Elmo James, Hubert Sumlin, Ry Cooder, Richard Thompson and Albert Lee. So that's my current 10. But you could ask me tomorrow and I could say Django Reinhardt, Peter Green, Wilco Johnson, Roy Buchanan, Roy Nichols, Jimmy Bryant. There's just so many. Scotty Moore, Eddie Cochran, Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley, Cornell Dupree, Greg Koch. You know, the list is just endless. Deke Leonard and Mickey Jones from Man, how can I forget them? You know, there's just so many. So it's such a hard thing to say, really. So that's my top 10. So there you are, Kel. That's my Les Paul. And I just rattled off some guitar players I love. So there we are. Okay then, question number 2. Terry Fox. I've never met Terry, but we've exchanged quite a few emails. He's an hell of a nice guy. Played in bands far back as the 60s. And Terry asked, first of all, do I use an effects loop on my amps? And Terry, I don't. Because the first real major gigging amp I had was a Fender Bassman, the piggyback one, which I should never have sold. Never had an effects loop. I've had old Marshalls, I've had Fender Twins. I had a new Fender Twin once that had an effects loop, but I've just never used the effects loop because I only really use echo and a little bit of overdrive now and again. I just don't see the need to use it. I can see the purpose of it. And for all the pedal guys, you know, it's fantastic. But being a bit of a sort of vintage amp user with my old AC30, etc., I've just never used the effects loop on on my amps, basically, because it's either never had one or I've never bothered because of I try to use minimal effects. I might even try doing a gig with just the amp and a little bit of reverb, so watch this space on that one. And the second part of his question was, I did a bit of a delay pedal shootout. Would I be doing any more videos like that? Well, I'm quite lucky. I've got quite a few tube screamers. I got an old 82 TS808. I got an 83 TS9, and I got a TS10. So maybe I'll do a bit of an overdrive pedal shootout at some point, and I can feature the little heat pedal and the Timmy overdrive I use, and a couple of Boss pedals I've collected. Because this is the thing with me in effects. Even though I don't use them, if I see a pedal in Cash Generator or something like that, I've just got to buy it. So I've accumulated like 50 guitar pedals. I'm like one of them orders on the telly. Just can't stop ordering stuff. You know, I was in the Cash Generator, and then there was an octave pedal made in Brazil. I thought, wow, an octave pedal made in Brazil, and it was like a tenner. I just can't leave it there. I don't need it. I'll never use it, but I just have to have it. So there you are, Ted. There's my answers for you. Ben Tippler asks, favourite venue I've played and why? Now, this is a really hard one because I've played loads of places over the years. I've done about 2,000 gigs, maybe more now. But some of the highlights, I'm going to pick a few highlights rather than picking one. We done an album launch in Fuel Club in Cardiff, and there was 150 people there. That was just great. Really enjoyed that one because they all come to see us, and I really appreciate that. The Great British Rock and Blues Festival in Skegness was wonderful. Really enjoyed that. The Sweden tour was brilliant. And I mean, there's some really, really good local pub gigs. The Pengesser in Treorchy, the District Club in Ponty, the Bell in Taibach is another favourite pub gig of mine. The Queen's in Swansea is a really cool pub gig. There's loads of gigs about. I mean, the Earl Egg in Cardiff is one of the, in my opinion, premier venues in Wales now. Always enjoy playing the Earl Egg, whether it's in the front bar or when we do a support in the big room. So yeah, there's some of the venues I like to play. To be honest with you, I'm happy to play anyway. As long as people enjoy what we're doing. I haven't really got a favourite, but I mean, I enjoy going to the Earl Egg, I enjoy going to the Pengesser, I enjoy going to the District Club, I enjoy doing festivals, like Tenby Blues Festival was a stormer back in November, just gone. So yeah, I mean, there's so many. All the Sweden gigs were great, I'm looking forward to going back there. I just love playing, so I can't really pick a favourite, Ben. Much like the top 10 guitar players, I apologise for being a bit vague, but that's just how it is. Now, Leonard, I can't pronounce your second name, is it Dupont? Asks, what frets do I like? Well, I've never really thought about it, really. I mean, I've played like the Fretless Wonder, Gibson Les Paul Customs, and I don't like them, I can tell you that now. But I suppose just a medium to jumbo fret does me. I've got some vintage guitars, of course, with the original frets on, so I suppose they'd be vintage frets, and again, I'm quite comfortable playing them. The guitar I find a little bit awkward to play is the ES350. Because it's got the Birdland neck on it, that's a little bit awkward. But still, I enjoy it. Once I get used to it after a couple of songs, I enjoy playing it. But I suppose, as I've said before, this is my favourite guitar to play. And these have got medium to jumbo frets on there. This is the Vintera, as you can see. And I'm quite happy playing that. I sort of find I get used to one guitar and I'm just happy to keep playing that one, really, until something breaks on it, then I might pick up another guitar. And that's just how I work, I suppose. I just get used to it. And so yeah, I'm a bit vague again on the fret thing, but as long as I can bend and it feels comfortable in the hand, yeah, that's how I like my frets. So medium to jumbo, I'd say. And the final question is off Alan. Alan A, his name was on YouTube. So, I don't know Alan, but he asked me to recommend some Travis picking songs. Now, I'm not a great Travis picker. I dabble. But there's some classic songs to learn. Cannonball Rag by Merle Travis. Freight Train. Various people do Freight Train. That's another sort of standard to learn. Angie by Davy Graham. And I mean, if you want to get the basic bare bones sort of Travis picking, learn some of that early Elvis stuff. Scotty Moore was great at it. And, he does a lot of Travis style picking with his playing. I think I'll demonstrate a little bit quick now, just so I can show you what I mean about this. I should have been prepared for this. But I mean, you can Travis pick with a thumb pick, or you can do a hybrid picked. It's entirely up to you. Oh. 2 seconds. I mean, that's like a basic sort of rockabilly. And Scotty would play like, or I mean, when you listen to the rockabilly guys, Travis pick, they do a lot of. But then you got tunes like Freight Train. But don't play as bad as that. I can't remember it. And songs like Cannibal Rag and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, the Travis picking style is really cool. One I just played then was quite sloppy, but nevertheless it was just a quick demo for you. So there you are, and I give you a couple of songs to recommend to check out. You know, check out Mill, Travis, Chet Atkins, Tommy Emmanuel, Jerry Reed, Richard Smith. Oh, I mean, there's so many. Scotty Moore, loads of the rockabilly guys. Danny Gatton does some great Travis picking. So yeah, there's the 5 questions. And don't forget, if you've got some questions for next week, email me, comment below, WhatsApp me, text me, ring me. And that concludes this week's Q&A Monday. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week for Q&A Monday. Appreciate it. Cheers.